This is the original post crying for help.
That's when real estate broker Marshall Sklar says he realized something went horribly wrong with a sale he closed earlier that week for a vacant property in Deerfield Beach.
And we got a message from some woman claiming my property was stolen. Right away, we looked at our file and we noticed that the contact information, the wiring information, and the actual recipient of the wire wasn't the name of the seller of the property.
Now, luckily, the real owner of the property signed up for property fraud alerts using Palm Beach County's website, and that will alert you if somebody is trying to use your identity to sell your land.
She was telling us this whole story about how she got an alert that her property was transferred without her knowing.
Turns out,
So here's the fake ID.
the culprit created a fake ID using her information.
In addition to the fake ID, they signed a listing agreement with a realtor. It was a real listing agreement for land they didn't own.
Then they filed a fake deed, which is used to transfer title or ownership to a property.
I think it's hard to really, focus in
Something Greg Gefen
on this type of stuff.
with Signature Title Group in Boca Raton knows a lot about.
Florida has a very vibrant and robust real estate market, but the scammers know that it's very disjointed and that it's spread out across a lot of small and medium-sized title companies and real estate agencies.
Which is why Gefen says this kind of land grab is on the rise. He saw Sklar's post about what happened on Facebook, sent him a contact he had for the Secret Service,
And better response.
and they were able to stop the wire transfer in its tracks.
There needs to be some type of coordinated response between the industry and law enforcement, whether it be the Secret Service, the banks, or the FBI, because this has been going on for way too long.
And the same type of trick is also being used to dupe renters into falling for a too-good-to-be-true deal online when the property is not actually for rent. It happened to Joseph Vieres, who spoke with WPTV back in June.
Just seemed like everybody was legitimate, and I didn't know that he was a scammer.
The best thing to do if you're a land or homeowner, utilize this online service through Palm Beach County's website and real estate agents.
And it all seemed legit.
Sklar says you should keep an eye out for red flags.
It was the craziest situation in 23 years in business I've ever experienced.
I'm Contact 5 consumer investigator Jessica Bruno, WPTV News Channel 5.